Welcome back to the Florida CME Group here in Chicago, Thursday, June 21st, the day after the Fed. I'm Killer, and let's get in the zone, the CMZ zone. So a lot of moving parts, a lot of expectations in the market, folks. Ben Bernanke delivered what we talked about here on the CMZ months ago, the twist on the twist, Operation Pretzel. Here it is, folks. They're going to continue to sell what they have bought already in that short end and buy that long-term dated paper in that 20 to 30-year bucket and bring those rates down. We saw the 10-year. We've talked about this 10-year 1.67 killer level. We have not seen a close above it. Therefore, you continue to need to hop into that TLT and find that bounce every time we see, because right now, folks, as the uncertainty continues to hit the world, we are now waiting for this coordinated central bank efforts. We're seeing oil today absolutely get crushed due to the Fed policy. Fed policy lowered their forecast, that GDP, 20%. Now let's talk about this. May 1st, we saw crude oil at 107. Actually, it was 1 pip below 107, down 25%. Now a month and a half later, the Fed lowers their GDP forecast a true 20%. However, oil has gone down 25%. So right now they're ringing every long out of the market. We've seen this 81 to 87 kind of range-bound trade get snapped yesterday by Ben Bernanke. Right now 79.33 is the low. It's probably printing lower right now. But in the big picture, folks, I think oil is confusing risk aversion, actual significant demand supply disruption. So China, $4 trillion in dry powder. Are they going to step up? Is this coordinated bank effort going to happen? We will see. But right now, I think you can't be selling into a hole here. We're seeing the S&P back up. It touched that 1350. Now it's at 1336 level. So it's kind of broken away from the oil trade. So right now, I think you need to be nimble. You need to be mindful that if something big, not a bazooka, we need like a daisy cutter, because that is what's going to happen. You could see a 10 to 15% move to the upside. But right now, just like out of Europe, they always talk the talk, but they don't always walk the walk. So we will wait and see. But I think the market, as we're seeing represented right now in the pits behind me, is getting a little impatient. So from the Florida CME Group, I am the Killer. And one other thing today you do have to remember is to be the hammer, not the nail.
Every day I'm shuffling.